daughter's graduating on Saturday. Um, I also had got a strike on this channel, this YouTube channel. Um, and it's not just a strike, it's the way when you speak your truth, right? Or you speak the truth, um, how they go after you in many different ways. The gang stalking, they go to your bank account. You guys, I mean, so much has been going on. Um, but this is not for the strong. um, this is definitely not for the strong. Okay. Um, I mean, this is for the strong, not for the weak. Okay. Um, so let's. I want to talk about something. I just left Walmart, and I just stores. Okay. And give me straight here. I left two stores, and I put on the top. The topic is why do people wear dresses? Now, I want to make this. Why do people in Hollywood wear dresses? Okay. Um. Wow. My ancestors just like speak. Okay. This is spiritual. Okay. This is spiritual on all levels. Okay. Now, I want to make you guys understand something. Okay. I am not attacking anybody that is gay or transgender. I have a daughter that's gay. Okay. I have people I know that is gay. People that I know that's transgender. Okay. Um, so what's interesting is if you look at Hollyweird, because they're a bunch of Hollyweirdos, right? Um, and you look at all the men that had to wear dresses. Okay. Now there's two things going on why they're wearing dresses. Okay. Um, one, it's spiritual. Okay, there's a spiritual meaning to this. Okay. Um, what they're trying to do is, this is written. Okay, it reminds me of, I go back to the story of Solomon and Gomorrah. Okay, when I look at Hollywood, I look at Solomon and Gomorrah, because there's a lot of Solomon and Gomorrahs in Hollywood, right? Holly weirdos, because they're a bunch of weirdos. Okay, even um, the ritual aspect to it is the humiliation rituals. This is what they're doing. Okay, so every man that has came through Hollywood has been asked to put on a dress. Okay. And I went to Walmart and I see a lot of gay pride, and that's okay. Okay. But where we have to draw the line is when we're forcing this on our children, okay, and our grandchildren, okay. This is agenda, okay, agenda um, of the beast system, Babylon itself. Okay. Now, if you notice, everyone in Hollywood had to wear dresses at one point in time to stay in Hollywood and further their career. Okay. Like Jamie Foxx, but his ancestors are not saying, they're saying call him by his name. Okay. Um, we have so many people that have wore dresses. In Hollywood. I mean, the list is so long that I'm not going to name everybody, okay? But everybody had to wear a dress at one point in time. Um, Even Caucasian males had to wear dresses. It wasn't just uh, the African American males. It was also Caucasian males had to wear dresses. Like Robin Williams. You guys remember Robert Williams? And he keeps coming through, okay? All day he's been coming through. Robin Williams played in a movie called Mr. or Mrs. Doubtfire. And we have, what else is his name? He has his own studio. Oh man, Tyler Perry. So there's a lot of them that had to wear dresses in the industry. Okay. They even try to make Dave Chappelle wear a dress, and Dave Chappelle was like, "I'm not wearing no dress." Okay. Um, but it was so many masculines in Hollywood that they would make them wear dress, and I was asking myself, what is going on? Now I did videos on this in the past, okay? Um, and it's interesting because it's also to break down the divine feminine, because you got to understand we have a masculine side and we have a feminine side, okay? Masculine, feminine. We all have a masculine side to us and a feminine. But once you are in your feminine and not in your masculine, there's there's a there's no balance. Okay? There's no balance there, okay? So, you see a lot of people in Hollywood um wear these dresses, and they have to wear these dresses. Now this is, if you go back, I'm talking about go way back. This was not just something that just started in the 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s. There was actors in the 40s wearing dresses, okay? Do they want to wear dresses? No. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. Okay. Um, and also, it's a couple things going on. It's a mockery of men itself. I mean, a mockery of women itself and a mockery of men itself. Because the mockery, they're saying, okay, wear this dress because this is like a ritual type thing, um, to make them feel less of a man. And these are things they have to go through to be in Hollywood, okay? To make this money. I don't call them Hollywood. I call them Holly weirdos because they're a bunch of weirdos, okay? And it's also something spiritual. And I'm going to tell you why. If you go to the scripture with Solomon and Gomorrah, um, Solomon and Gomorrah, if you sum it up, is Holly weirdos, okay? That's the city of Solomon and Gomorrah. Remember, I said I had a discernment and a vision that fire was going to strike. Okay, fire or lightning going to strike that whole place down. People are not going to believe it when they see it, but it's going to happen. Okay. So also, what else I'm seeing is Robin Williams been trying to reach out to me. Okay. Now we all know Robin Williams has crossed over. Okay, but he's been trying to come through. Okay, and I might have to do a read on Robin Williams because it's interesting. Williams allegedly committed suicide. Okay, but he's trying to come through to tell his story. But also, why I'm telling you this is an agenda is because they went to Africa. Okay, they offered Africa all this money, okay, to push this agenda, okay, this agenda of transgender, this agenda of gay, to be gay. They went there. Camilla Harris, okay, went there and was going to offer them money. I'm talking about a lot of money, you guys, okay? The continent of Africa, okay, and the African people were like, no, 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 because they know what happened in the past, okay? And they don't want to repeat the past. And not just that, they don't want to repeat the past and have to deal with what happened in the past because the past comes to the future. If that makes sense. The past, it recycles and repeats itself, okay? So when they were offered this money in Africa, the Africans were like, no, we're not doing this. And they said it, I'm talking about the continent of Africa, okay? And why would somebody that is on the level that she is go there and think she could offer these people money to persuade them, okay, to accept this, okay. They didn't do it, okay, because they knew the consequences, not just the consequences, not the consequences, not just that, they knew what would happen. Okay, they know. Okay, so you have a lot of African leaders that are speaking out and say, "Look, we didn't take the money." Okay, so my thing is, if they're all ready to give this African continent all this money, right, for this um, transgender gay movement, why couldn't they use that money here for the American people? I mean, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Why is the reason why is because they want to change um, the dynamic of the masculine and feminine. Okay. And if you go back, and we can go back to Greek, we can go back to Greek mythology, and we can also go back to Egyptian mythology. Okay. There was a high priestess in Egypt, and she used to make all her men um, dress in women's clothes. Okay, the reason she did this was to humiliate them, and also um, it was some ritual stuff going on there. Okay, and also in Greece, in Greek, Roman, a lot of Romans, they did a lot of this. They have the statues of the Roman. Let me find her. Hold on, guys. Just give me a minute. I can't remember her name. It's interesting because I will put her statue up. Um, Now there's a lot of them, okay, but this is one of them, okay. Um, and I don't even know how to say her name, okay. Her name was Hepper or Midas. But I will put her statue up, okay. And it's interesting is because um it shows the roles and genders of the Roman society, okay? But this statue it speaks volumes, okay? I actually seen a statue. This statue is actually at one of the aquariums, not the aquariums. This statue, I've seen this statue at a museum, and I will actually put this statue up that I seen at the museum. And when I seen it that day, um, it was half woman and half male, okay? And she had one arm cut off, okay? Um, I will show you the statue. The statue was actually at the art museum that I've been to, okay? Um, and it's interesting. Um, because she would be hermaphrodites, half male and half woman. But Okay, so she was called Hermaphrodite. It's called the Hermaphrodites statue. Okay, I've seen this statue. Um, wow. I have seen this statue, and it's half woman and half male. And then there's a statue of a woman, but she's in her masculine um, energy, and it's a Roman Greek statue. So my thing is, why are they pushing this agenda on our children, okay, and our grandchildren? Um, you're either now we do have people out here that are hermaphrodites, okay, that are male and female, okay. We do have that. They're born like that, okay. Now some people are born, they come in as a masculine, but their past life they could have been a feminine, or they come in as a feminine in their past life they were a masculine, okay. And then um, but it's interesting. I will put her statue up because I actually seen her statue. Okay, I didn't take a picture by her statue, but I took a picture by the Egyptian statues. Okay, and there was also a high priestess in Egypt, that where she turned all her male, um, I would call apprentice. Okay, they were her apprentice. They all were male, but they had to dress as females. Okay, I will also put her up. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, this is in um, Greek, Roman Greek mythology, and also in Egyptian mythology, and this has been also going on way before that. Okay, and this is written in the story of Solomon and Glora. Um, Now we all have a feminine side, we all have a masculine side, um, and it has to be balanced. Just like Mother Nature has to be balanced. Remember, what is taken from Mother Nature is returned to Mother Nature, and that's the same thing for us. What is taken from us is returned to us. Okay, just like Mother Nature, because we're all one with Mother Nature. Okay, I will put up these statues. Um, but it's interesting because, you know, when Camilla Harris went to Africa, she was ready to offer them some big money, okay, to comply with this agenda. Okay, this agenda as far as this gay agenda, this transgender agenda, and the Africans said no. Okay, the reason they said no is because of they know the consequences. Okay, it's like they know, okay, we do this, we're going to suffer this, not just on the spiritual but also on the physical. Okay, they know this is energetic. Okay, energetic, yes, energetic. um but there's a Roman goddess who actually, just like, and if you look at it, the same Roman goddess did the same thing as the Egyptian high priestess. Okay, the same exact thing. Okay, um, they mirrored each other. Okay, and sometimes I'm starting to wonder, were they the same people? Okay, because you see this in all mythology. You see this in Roman mythology. You see this in Egyptian mythology. You see this in um, the Viking mythology. So you see this in all mythology, okay, where there is um, a masculine trying to be a feminine, and also it's crazy, you guys. Um, But how this will affect us in the future, um, to me, you know, each his own. I have a daughter. My oldest daughter is gay. Okay, she has a girlfriend. She's been with her girlfriend for like 5 or 6 years, and I still love her. She's my child. Okay, I love everybody. Okay, but do I believe a man and a woman should be together? Yes, I do. Okay, yes, I do. Okay, but love is love. Okay, love is love. Um, But it was interesting how Camilla went over to Africa and really thought these African people was going to be like, okay, we'll take the money and we'll push your propaganda, we'll push your agenda, okay, onto our people and onto our children. No, no, no. Okay. They knew what happened in the past. And the past will come to the future. It repeats itself. It's a repetitive cycle. Okay, and that's what we seen in Solomon 21:21 with Solomon and Gomorrah. So if we go to the scripture of Solomon and Gomorrah, so let's go to Solomon and Gomorrah. Solomon and Gomorrah, and I will also put the pictures up about Solomon and Gomorrah. Hollywood, when I look at the destruction of Solomon and Gomorrah, I seen the same destruction for Hollywood. The same exact thing is going to happen. Okay. Um, Now they also made movies about Solomon and Glora. And I did see fire. I seen fire, you guys, like coming from the sky. Like this is going to happen. And I'm kind of glad that the Africans were like they didn't take the money because they know what has happened in the past will happen in the future. Okay. So Solomon and Gomorrah were two legendary biblical cities destroyed by Yeshua for their wickedness. Okay, this story paralyzed the Genesis flood narrative in the theme of Yeshua's anger provoked by sin. Okay, um, a lot of you guys may have probably read this. Maybe you guys haven't. I don't know. Okay. Um, They are mentioned frequently in the prophets of the New Testament as symbols of human wickedness and divine retribution, and were subsequently adopted into it's all in the Quran and the Bible and all the books, the Kabbalah, all the books. It's in all the books, okay, that speak about this place, okay. So for now on, when I mention, so I will put the two pictures of the two. One was a high priest and one was considered God. Okay, now it's interesting, but the Romans considered a god. I will put the pictures of fire that I do see that will happen. It's crazy that because when I look at Hollywood, it is the city of Solomon and Glory. Look at the she made all the men that worked in the. Ooh, you hear that? It's storming over here. It's storming. Okay, Mother Gaia, the earth. Okay, the earth. Okay. So she made all her priests, right? Because I'm walking through the temple and she made all her priests because she called them her priests. Oh, that made her made. Hold on. Okay, you guys still there? So this is what they're doing. They're making them dress in women clothing. Now we have seen this in Hollywood, the city of Solomon Glora. Um, Now it's interesting because they called the Egyptian high priestess. They called them high priestess or goddesses. But they were high priestess. Okay, they had knowledge from and wisdom. Okay, um, and they had to study this knowledge and wisdom. Okay, so I will put her name up. I will also put her picture up of who she is, um, and why she made um, them dress in like women. Okay, um, this was interesting. Okay. Now, this wasn't just the Romans, it was also the Egyptians. It was also, now I pulled this before with the Celtics. Okay, the Celtics. Um, and it's called something, mythology, Norse. And it came up in my read a couple times, okay? Norse mythology. Okay, so that's like Scandinavian. So Norse mythology, Egyptian mythology, um, Roman mythology. I'm all thinking. I'm really thinking that all these people were the same people with different names. Okay, because they all did the same thing. All of them did the same thing. They just all had separate names. They all had different names, okay? The Romans called them one name, the Egyptians called them one name, and the Norse mythology, the Scandinavian mythology called them one name. So all of them did the same thing, but they just had different names. So were all these people the same person? Yes, I believe they were. But they just had different names, okay? So if we look at it too, these were spirits, okay? And these spirits get into people, okay? And have them thinking, because people really don't know their self, right? So they think this is cool, this is a new trend, but they're just lost souls, okay? Trying to find their way back home, okay? If that makes sense. But I will put the pictures up of what I'm talking about. Of the Egyptian, the Norse, and the Greek, and they're all were doing the same thing. They had their priests dressed up as feminine. Okay, so I will post that for you guys. And it's interesting because they're pushing an agenda, and they don't need to push this agenda. If you want to be a masculine, then be a masculine. If you want to be a feminine, be a feminine. Okay. Now they have so many things out here: bisexual, trisexual, and then they have people that are really born with both male and female. And back then, when they would see that, they would think those people were actually goddesses and gods. Okay, but they weren't. Okay. So this is interesting, but a lot of people in Hollyweirdos, they made them wear dresses. Okay, now you gotta understand this. This goes back way before the 30s, the 40s. This goes back to biblical time. Okay, And some of these are spirits, okay? Spirits, yes, spirits. I'm saying it, spirits. So I will put their pictures up. You guys comment below on what you think. It's very interesting um, how all these gods and all these high priestesses did the same thing but had different names. Okay, the same thing but had different names in different parts of the world. Okay. Yes. So I will put that up. But my thing is, why in Hollywood would they make these men dress up as women? Okay. This is a humiliation ritual, right? Not just that, it's these sick people that like this. I mean, their children being, if you have your child dress up as a female, they look up to this, okay? It's because of the rituals that they do and who they are actually are worshiping, okay? That's another thing, okay? These are spirits, okay? Um, but I will put the pictures up, you guys. Comment below on what you think. And I will also put the video of Africa and what different African people were saying. We had somebody from South Africa. We had somebody from Kenya, the president of Kenya, different places of Africa speak out about this. And I'm kind of glad they did, because this needs to be addressed. Why are we even over there trying to push an agenda when right in here where we're at now, people need help and they need money, okay, with our own economy, okay? So I will post this up, you guys, and the pictures, and it's very interesting, the mythology of all this, because they all played a role, right? But they all played a different role. They all played the same role, but in different mythology, okay? Greek, Egyptian, and I'm seeing Norse mythology here, okay? So I will put that up, you guys, and just comment below your thoughts, because this is very interesting. And I will also post that video of the African continent, how they were talking about each African person when president was talking about how they felt when this was presented to them. And you know, they were going to offer them money to push this, okay? So this is definitely spiritual, okay? Definitely spiritual, okay? All right, you guys, this is Jennifer Felix. Once again, I'm sending you guys light and love, my beautiful souls. And I will put up the pictures. You guys can read this when you have time, if you want to. If you care, you care. If you don't, you don't. Okay? But this is what I'm seeing. And Robin Williams keeps coming in my reads. So I definitely have to do a read of Robin Williams. But if we go back, we look at Jamie Foxx. And his ancestors are like, don't call him, they're like, call him by his name, okay? Eric Marlon Bishop. And he had to dress up as a woman, okay, just to make it by in Hollywood. This is the things you have to do to make it by in the city of Solomon and Gomorrah, because that is actually the city of Solomon and Gomorrah. And he's not the first man that had to dress up in women's clothes. So we look at how many people, how many men in Hollywood had to dress up in women's clothes. I mean, the list goes on and on. But this goes back to biblical scripture. Okay? And I did see the fire. Okay? And there's two people that they've been two people have been trying to come through in my reads for a very long time. Is Anthony Bourdain and Robin Williams. Okay, Anthony Bourdain and Robin Williams are like speak. They want me to speak. Okay, we have The Rock. I mean, I have so many pictures of. I'm gonna post these pictures of all these men wearing dress. I mean, this is crazy. Um, and they think this is okay. Now the Scottish, they did wear dresses, okay? Well, skirts. They call them kilts, okay? And also, what's name spoke about this? Godfrey. He was an actor. They were asking him to wear a dress, and he was like, "It's not just black actors; it's also white actors." Okay. For him to get into the next level or the next part, Godfrey was like, "No, I'm not doing this." Okay. I think it was Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. They're like, "I'm not wearing a dress." Okay, I'm not doing this. So there was a lot of people um, that had to wear dresses. Okay. Now I think there is something with Tom Cruise that had to wear a dress. There's so many people that had to wear a dress. And now they're wearing the skirts, okay? They got them wearing the skirts and they got them wearing the dress, okay? This is just crazy. Um, and this is all for fame and money, okay? All for fame and money. Um, but there's so many people that had to wear dresses. Um, and it's not just African American or African. Well, I want to say African American actors. There's also um, Caucasian actors that had to wear it too. Because Robin Williams is like, I had to wear it too. Okay, he keeps coming in my reads like, don't leave me out. Okay, so I will get to Robin Williams. Okay, Robin Williams, your ancestors. Hold on, I will get to you guys. Okay. Because he's coming through. Robin Williams been trying to come through for a very long time and tell his story. So I'm gonna have to do a read on Robin Williams, because he's coming through heavy. Um, Now Robin Williams was an American actor, comedian known for um, his comedian skills, his drama, his comedies. I'm definitely going to read on him because he's definitely trying to come through. Um, they said he had depression, but she's showing me something else. So I'm gonna have to do a read on Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams. There's a lot of movies that he played in that I really like. Um, and Mr. Doubtfire, he had to dress up like that, okay? Um, but there's a lot of the movies that I really enjoyed. One of my favorite movies from him was called Good Will Hunting. I mean, there was so many. What dreams may come. I mean, there's so many movies he played in, but he is stepping forward. So he is telling me to tell his story, and I will tell his story, but not today. Okay, you guys. But I will post some pictures of what they are making these people do for this money, for this bag. Okay, um, it's crazy. Uh, so interesting. Um, but he's coming through, and it's interesting because his story needs to be told. Okay, his story that was told is not his story. So I will um, call on his ancestors and call on him to tell his story because he's trying to come through. Okay, he wants his story told. Robin Williams. I'm laughing because he's making me laugh. He's like, tell my story, tell my story, tell my story, and I will tell your story, Robin Williams. Okay, he's tell my story, tell my story. Okay, but a lot of males and their children in Hollywood. This is why, if you notice, a lot of these children in Hollywood, they're messed up in the head. They're dressing as women, or they're transgender. They're I think they passed a law on this, where they need time to really fully understand this transition, because it's like if your child dresses in like a Madonna's son, or a lot of these kids are adopted that are doing this too. And then you have also Will Smith's son. He's seen things he should have never seen. Okay, and this video is for entertainment purposes. But this is what they make them do, and this is not just black actors. This is also white actors. Okay, white comedians, black comedians, non-comedians. It doesn't matter what pedigree you are. They will make you put on a dress. Okay, just say it. All right. But I just wanted to put this out here, you guys. This is what I was getting, and energetically, it's something spiritually. Okay, this is what I'm getting energetically. It's something spiritually. Okay, and also not. It's not just spiritually. It's their agenda behind it. Okay, and we will see more of this. Okay. Robin Williams keeps trying to come in my read, you guys. I am not doing his read right now, but I might have to come back and do a read on Robin Williams, because this is deep. Okay, Robin Williams is like, you need to come back and do a read. Okay, and I'm definitely going to do one on Robin Williams. Okay, wow, wow, something just happened with Robin Williams. He got something in. He's showing me something. This is crazy. Okay, hold on, you guys. Okay, he's showing me something. This is interesting. Okay, he was exited out. He's showing me, okay? Now, this movie that he was exited, there was a movie supposed to come out, okay, of a robot or something. Okay, this is what he's showing me, okay? I will have to come back and do a read on Robin Williams, okay? This is deep, okay? Because he's coming forward. He's been coming forward all day. Like, I've been driving, I kept hearing Robin Williams, Robin Williams, Robin Williams. He's like, talk about me, talk about me, talk about me. Trying to come through for me to talk about what happens to him, and his story, okay? And I will do that, okay? I will validate him, and I will do his story, because if not, he's going to keep bothering me, okay? This is what they do. And Anthony Bourdain, I want to do that one too, because Anthony Bourdain was trying to come through when I first started my channel. And it's interesting the connection that Anthony Bourdain had with Epstein. Yeah, with Epstein. Okay, Epstein Island. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. Okay, this video was for entertainment purposes, but because I'm going all over the place here. But in order to stay in Hollywood, you have to put on that dress. Okay? Just saying. All right, you guys. This is Jennifer Felix. Love and light. Love and light, my beautiful souls.